On the 34th episode of the HatTrick Sports Podcast, we're going to talk about some MLB signings and jersey fails. A lot has happened in the NFL after the big game. We're going to talk about the results of the NBA All-Star Weekend. And we're going to end it off with some Hall of Fame, yay or nay. Roll it.
It's the podcast of all time.
So you guys want to talk about that? Introducing your hosts, Isaiah
And Micah, bringing you a special guest every episode. We are the HatTrick Sports Podcast.
All right, so today's special guest is CB.
Breon.
All right. Do you want to kind of explain who you are, who you like sports-wise? Anything to...
Yeah, I'm CB Breon. I'm a graduate of Vero Beach, 1989. I wrestled and played football for Vero Beach. Then I went on, had two kids, Cody and Noah. Coached football and baseball for many, many seasons. Baseball for about 15 seasons. I coached a lot of travel baseball teams, a lot of Cal Ripken, a lot of Little League. My travel team, we won the state of Florida and Cal Ripken, back in 2020 for 12U.
One of the best coaches we've ever had.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, we had CB for, I don't know, a few seasons.
Yep.
Yeah, really liked his coaching. Remember when I hit your finger with the bat while you were putting the ball on the tee?
I got that a bunch.
Yeah.
I've gotten hit when I was coaching one time. I was out there hitting batting practice while the kids were throwing the ball around. One kid misthrew it and hit me in the side of the cheek and knocked me down. And it was my biggest arm on the team that hit me. So, yeah, hitting me on the finger is nothing compared to what I've gotten.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't hurt you that much.
When I was coaching Oslo Middle School, I got a couple grounders up the middle and taking my legs out. Oh, those boys are getting a little bigger at that point. That hurts.
Yeah. All right, so what do you want to start off with? MLB? Comfortable with that?
Whatever you want.
All right, so, Mike, what do we have for MLB? We have Whit Merrifield to the Phillies.
Interesting move. I felt like it wasn't needed. I mean, obviously, they have a good infield, but I don't see the need for Whit Merrifield.
I think he's just a good guy to kind of have.
He's a utility player.
Yeah.
He can play outfield, too.
Yeah.
See, I did my homework.
Yeah, it's a 1 year deal, and yeah, I think they're just trying to do it to maybe bump up, win the World Series later this year.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I mean, anything helps.
All right, so that's all you want to talk about with Merrifield. All right, we're moving right along. So the A's don't have a home stadium for the next few seasons while their stadium in Vegas is being built, correct?
Yes.
All right, so Sacramento is the front runner to be A's 2025 to 2027 home field, which I think we all knew. That's your AAA field.
What's funny is the Las Vegas mayor, I don't know if it was the mayor, it was someone like high up there in Las Vegas. They said that the A's should try and stay in Oakland.
Well, because they don't want to bring that bad team to Vegas. I mean, it just looks bad for Vegas, and Vegas is going to lose money on the A's, and what's Vegas known for? Making money.
Yeah. Well, they got to negotiate with Oakland, too, though.
Yeah.
If they can't negotiate, then maybe they're going to Sacramento. I'm hearing Sacramento's loving it.
Yeah, well, they have a MLB team. I think if MLB ever has an expansion, they're going to go to Sacramento or Charlotte or something like that.
When you get called up, you don't have to move. You just stay
When they say 3 years they're going to Vegas?
Yeah, in 2027.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for the next 3 seasons. This season they're staying in Oakland, and then 3 seasons after that they won't really have a home stadium, so they're just going to use their AAA affiliate.
Kind of like Toronto did in Buffalo during COVID.
Yeah, exactly like that, where they couldn't move borders. Jorge Soler to Giants.
That's a great move. I hate Jorge Soler since 2021 World Series. He single-handedly won the Braves the World Series.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Not Freddie or Acuna?
No.
Okay. That's Micah's hot take for the episode.
He won a World Series MVP for a reason.
He single-handedly
won them the World Series.
Wow.
What he did in that World Series is one of the best World Series things I've seen in a while. Maybe Adolis Garcia in the ALCS was better, but I haven't seen much better than that.
He, I think he still needs to pass his physical, which shouldn't be a problem.
Nah, it'll
but
be fine.
after that, I think it's a done deal. All right, and then this is the big news. This is what I've been very happy about. Check out our Instagram. We don't post much there, but this is one that I definitely posted on. Rob Manfred says that after his contract is up in 2029, he's leaving the MLB commissioner role.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not saying he's good, but why?
He's
do you,
not good. No,
why
don't
do you
even-
hate
don't-
him? Why do you hate him?
He's just done so.
Okay, name him.
All right, let me look up. You talk about
Most people hate all commissioners.
Yeah,
Well, because they're owners. They stand up for the owners and not the players.
I don't hate all like Manfred's not. He's not good, but he's not awful. Like I like Adam Silver. I like most of the other commissioners. I know he's not good, but what's the bad things that he's done? Name a bunch of bad things that he's done that have ruined the game. If anything, he's made it better.
I'm looking some examples up because I can't think at the top of my head.
Well, while you're looking, I'm curious. Don't we get to try like a beer each 10 minutes?
He didn't mean we. He meant I. Okay. Okay. One of the big things, the 1994. What happened in 1994? Who won the World Series in 1994?
Was that the strike year?
Yes. All right. What happened in 2020? A strike because of Rob Manfred. Remember, he wouldn't negotiate with.
They did negotiate and they got it done. And you should be happy with that season.
Well,
You, out of all people, should be happy with that.
I'm happy with how the season turned out. I'm not happy how it started because of Rob Manfred. He's just, I think he's a horrible look for the MLB, and I think we need somebody better.
I'm not saying he's good, but I'm saying people exaggerate a lot.
All right. What are your thoughts on this? No thoughts?
No thoughts really on
No
it.
thoughts. You're a Pirates fan.
Oh, yeah, Die Hard.
So nothing much. I mean, they just re-signed McCutcheon recently.
No, it wasn't recent. It
Well-
was a couple months ago, but yeah, I'm happy about that.
That's the last big thing that
Bring back the Pirates guy.
the Pirates guy.
Every Pirate fan loves that guy.
What about Kyle Bradish to start season on the injured list?
I think that's the main reason why they got Corbin Burns. They knew that would affect it, and they knew they had to get someone to replace him. And then when he comes back, you got Burns and Bradish straight off. Instantly one of the best rotations in the MLB.
Don't talk to the Dodgers fan about the best rotation.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
not-
kind of thinking that.
I
too.
said one of the best. I did not say the best.
Who's the best? I just want to hear it.
Well, we haven't. This is tough because we haven't seen Yamamoto pitch once.
There's the shot clock. 5, 4.
Braves.
Man.
We haven't seen Yamamoto pitch.
Well, speaking of Yamamoto pitching,
Well, he did pitch
Yeah.
in the
the
what do you call
BP.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
He had his first live BP and
No. I meant in the
Oh,
World
the-
Classic.
Japan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what made a name for himself. The World Baseball Classic. Yeah, that's a great point. Jason Dominguez is on the 60-day IL. He has to have surgery for his torn UCL, I believe.
Yeah. He got injured last season in the playoffs, I believe, against the Astros. It was either No, it wasn't playoffs. He didn't make the playoffs. It was like a month. It was like his second ever game. And he got injured in the MLB.
And now he's on the 60-day IL for the first, I don't know, few weeks of the season.
Man.
But we'll see how that ends up, what he ends up doing with the rest of the season after
Yeah.
that. Maybe he comes off great. Maybe he's just it's downhill from there after surgery.
He's supposed to be amazing, so it kind of sucks that he has to be on the IL for 60 days.
Well, then you got 60 days. Then you're coming back for rehab to finish in
Yeah.
minors. So he's not going to be anything for probably 80 days.
Which is unfortunate. I mean,
Yeah.
big guys like that who, and I'm not saying he doesn't take care of his arm, but I'm saying that pitchers need to take care of their arm a little bit more. So
He's not a
this
pitcher.
or not.
He's an outfielder.
So I guess what I meant was like people who throw far and like hard. So like a right fielder throwing to third base, if he's not stretching or working on his arm for a month straight or something like that, or doesn't have trainers coming out to look at his arm every week, I mean, stuff like that's gonna happen. But
It was either his first at bat or his first hit was a home run against the Astros.
yeah. What else? Oh, so this is another big thing for me, at least. The Dodgers have been known to kind of not put logos on their jerseys, to not put advertisements on their jerseys. Maybe the Nike swoosh once in a while. the Majestic logo when Majestic was doing the jerseys. But what the Dodgers owner group, so the Dodgers owner group is like a big production kind of company in Hollywood. It's the Guggenheim group.
Yeah.
Or is it a law firm or I forget exactly what
it says. Like group.
Yeah.
Well, I do like the plain Jane uniforms.
Yeah, the old school.
Because, of course, I'm a Penn State fan. We're plain Jane there.
Everything.
And the Dodgers keep it plain Jane.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So they're putting a patch. It's like a, I don't know, like a sideways square. What is that shape called?
Rectangle, a square. I mean, a sideways
diamond,
square
like
is a square.
It's with the Guggenheim logo on it, which I understand they're the owners. They can choose what they want. It doesn't really affect the game that much, but it's just, it's part of the Dodgers not to have logos on their jerseys, and now they kind of have it. I mean, I'm here for.
I don't know why you care about it so much. I'll be honest.
It's not that I care about it so much. It's just like
it's not that big of a deal. Though.
It's
just
not
different.
big of a deal at all.
It's just different, and it's a good segue to bring into how all MLB jerseys are horrible now. I mean,
yeah, they messed up the
so
names.
Majestic has been making the jerseys for however long, and Nike just pretty much replaced them and is making these horrible jerseys. I mean, the letters are smaller, they're off-centered, they have a higher arc, like
Looking like Verlander, like D. Strange Gordon. Would it go all around his back like Verlander?
Some of these jerseys that they pull out now are trash.
yeah.
In my opinion.
Well, it's not even like it's a different logo or design. It's just the not the font, but the size of the text. I mean, the name needs to be known and it needs to be readable without going like that to read it. And for a 5-letter like last name.
I mean, it's not going to bother me because I don't care about it, but
It brings back like high school kind of jerseys. Like they just put the stickered last names on and don't really like measure it or anything. But
you care a lot about these jerseys, and I don't really.
it's just a big thing in sports or in baseball, I guess. But yeah, I kind of like the way Majestic did them. So we'll see. And maybe Nike turns it around next season and makes them better after all this backlash they're getting.
If they do or if they don't, I will still watch baseball.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't affect how I watch baseball. It's just different.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on these jerseys?
I like like I said, I like the plain, normal. Pirates last year come out with that big P for like a series or so, and it looked ungodly ugly.
I like their City Connect jerseys.
I'd like to just have a couple jerseys that are normal, not
old school. Just give them 2 jerseys, a pair of pants,
No,
and
you can go 3 sometimes.
3?
I'm okay with
All
that.
right. A home, away, and alternate.
I mean,
Right.
when I'm playing the
City
show, I go through every jersey just to see which one I got to use, which one's the best.
Tell them what my.
And I'm tired football kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah, I think they're just kind of looking for something new. I think they're just bored and looking for something to do.
Yeah, but just the decal, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Micah, tell them about my jerseys that I use in MLB The Show.
So we like randomized the cap, the shirt, and the pants. So I have like the baby blue pants with like dark blue shirt and like the navy.
The striped hat, the striped Brooklyn
Yeah.
hat.
Wait a minute. You wear the pants too?
No. For
Oh,
the
okay.
video
No,
game.
in the
for
video game, he like
okay.
randomizes everything.
All right. Is that? Oh, Yankees sign Trevino.
Lou Trevino.
Yeah.
Good pitching addition. They get a lot of guys from the A's. Frankie Montas and Lou Trevino. Neither of them are probably going to turn out good for the Yankees.
It's a
Addition.
no. What's an investment? A risk? What is that called?
Big risk, not big reward.
I forget what that's called. I'm trying to think of a word. But is that it for MLB?
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure. All right. NFL. You watch the Super Bowl, correct?
Oh yeah, I do. I'm a football guy.
You're a football guy. Yeah. So now we're on to the segment that you can. Yeah. So obviously the Chiefs won the Super Bowl in overtime.
Boo.
Like,
I was actually rooting for the Chiefs because I didn't want San Francisco to tie the Steelers.
That's what I was kind of concerned with that, but at the same time, I didn't really care.
that's what I've heard from the Cowboys, like the Patriots and Steelers. Like, hey, we don't want these guys up next to us. Like,
Exactly.
we have enough teams.
I don't hate the 49ers. I just didn't want them to win.
I hate the Chiefs.
I'm a Seahawks fan, so I wanted both of them to lose, but that's not possible.
Yeah, I get that too.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I'd want them both to lose, but I just
Had to
don't
root
want
for
the
one team.
Niners. I don't want the Niners to catch up to us.
Yeah, but they were at their parade, and unfortunately, I don't know how well I could say this without getting like banned or in trouble or anything. There was, I'm sure I could say, there was a shooting going on at the parade. That's like, and
they've arrested 2 juveniles,
which is very unfortunate. I mean, I'm not getting political or anything like that, but come on, guys. Like,
started from an argument.
Come on, like, it's football. It's a game.
Oh, you know what it was about? Why they?
It was like an argument or something.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It's a game, guys. It's a football game. It's a backyard sport just at a higher level. It's
Pablo Sanchez.
There should be, and the kids are getting hurt from this, like at the parade. That's it's just unfortunate and just come on.
Did you see
prayers to the lady that died and her family?
Everybody that got hurt just.
Did you see what I think it was Trey Smith, the offensive lineman, did? What? So he had a wrestling belt. And he gave it to a kid, and he's like, "Hey, you're the champion now. No one's gonna hurt you. Stay strong." Like whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I saw.
Pretty sure it was Trey Smith.
So Jackson Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes' brother, who's been in the spotlight for probably a year now about how bad he is. There was a kid while the shooting was happening, and this kid couldn't find his mom, so Jackson made sure to stay behind and help this kid find his parents. Cool. So I have respect for all these Chiefs players now. Patrick and Brittany Mahomes going to the hospital to see these people. I mean, it really shows out that it's not just about the Super Bowl. There's more to life than the Super Bowl.
I caught something else this morning, which kind of surprised me too. The lady that died, I can't remember her name. Sorry about that. Taylor actually donated $100,000 to her family.
Taylor Swift.
Yes.
Yeah. So Taylor Swift.
I thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah. I don't care how much you hate her. You have to admit that that's a good thing. That's an amazing
most
thing.
people are starting to come around because she's supporting her boyfriend who plays football.
Yeah.
And it's the cameras that keep coming on her. That's not her fault.
I didn't hate the Chiefs because of Taylor Swift. I hated them because they keep winning. That's the reason I hate them.
No, I get that.
But
Mahomes, he's a badass player. Oh, I didn't say that.
It's all right. But yeah, just think before you drink, before you do. Just think. That's all we're trying to say. But congratulations to the Chiefs on winning the Super Bowl. Ended on a positive note. But Jimmy Garoppolo, the last person I expected, he has a 2-game suspension, and it sounds like the Raiders are going to cut him. He has a 2-game suspension for next season for drug enhancement stuff. I'm not saying
performance enhancement.
Yeah, performance enhancement drugs or something. I'm not saying that it was intended. I know that when you go through 4 or 5 different doctors to get a medication to make sure that you don't get stuff like this and stuff tests back positive, and maybe he didn't go through that whole cycle. That's what I've heard at least. But you tested positive. You don't have it's NFL's rules. We can't change that. We can't do anything about that. If you are doing it to get stronger and kind of cheat, I hope you lose the rest of the season. But if it's for something legit, rules are rules. You should have gone through the process. That's my thoughts. I'll let these guys explain.
My take on how many times he ever gotten busted before? None.
Yeah.
Well, he comes out and says, "Hey, I'm sorry. I messed up."
Yeah.
Let's forgive him.
Yeah, well,
I don't understand the Raiders wanting to get rid of him right away.
He's not good. That's one thing. He's not good.
He's decent.
He was decent in San Francisco. He's not decent in Las Vegas. And Aiden O'Connell is much better than him. I'm not saying Aiden O'Connell's good.
Aiden was great in college playing for Purdue.
Yeah, and he's not bad in the NFL, but he's not amazing by any means.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah. Don't pile on him yet.
Yeah.
Let's go through the process. Go through the correct process, and maybe he didn't. I don't know the full story. I'm going to be honest. I don't know the full story. I don't know his side of the story. I don't know NFL side of the story.
Just keep him as a good backup, maybe.
Yeah. What else happened? Oh, I got a story to kind of tell. So I saw this couple yesterday wearing Michigan hats, the college, and Lions hoodies. And so my guess, hey, are you guys? I'm guessing you guys are from Michigan, yeah, whatever. And I was kind of joking with them, hey, do you only wear teams that are winning, or do you wear Pistons and Tiger stuff too? And they're like, no, we just wear the teams that are winning. Now this is to everybody in Michigan.
So have they been wearing nothing for 20 years?
Pretty much.
We don't want to see that.
Don't give up on the Pistons and Tigers. It's a franchise. In 20 years, the roles could flip. Still support your team. That's just my little story from yesterday.
I have one Flyers hat, but I don't ever wear that. Last season they were bad. This season they're actually in the playoffs right now. But last season they were awful.
Just support your teams. What else do we have?
Well, I'm kind of bad on that with the Magic.
Yeah.
We were in the dumpster for many, many years.
Made the playoffs like a few years ago.
Yeah, they
somehow.
did. But we made the playoffs with Doc Rivers too.
Yeah, and now Bucks are awful with Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that a little bit later.
I loved him when he was with the Magic, though.
I think Magic fans are the only people that love him.
Micah, do you want to talk about the Bears releasing Eddie Jackson?
It's not. I hate it because when you're playing Madden from like Madden 18 and on, you always go whenever you're making a trade. You always just go down the teams. The first team is always the Bears, and the first guy is always Eddie Jackson.
Oh, so now he won't be.
He will not be on there anymore. Last season it was Tremaine Edmonds, but every season he's always the top guy, and you always like every Madden player knows this. It's always Eddie Jackson on the top, and now he won't be there.
Sorry, Madden. Sorry.
Yeah.
We apologize for every Madden player out there. I'm like, that's why you're mad about this?
Well,
Always see him.
They do have the first pick, though.
Yeah.
do. Well,
Get a new safety.
yeah. I was not expecting that from you, Micah. Well, I was expecting that. I wasn't expecting that reason.
Eddie Jackson. Except for this year, it was Tremaine Edmonds. But every other year, it's always Eddie Jackson.
So after the Super Bowl, the Chiefs can obviously pick up guys. So the Chiefs picked up Chris Jones for his 5th-year option.
Yeah, that's an
a
amazing
great
signing.
pickup.
Yeah,
I think
you
that's
got to get him.
Good for
What they need to do, even though they picked it up, they need to look to try to re-sign him this year before the season
Extend
is
him.
over with. Right.
Yeah. He's obviously one of the best players on the Chiefs. I
Yeah.
mean, you just need to keep him around. I mean, you just won the Super Bowl. Don't you want to do that every year? And don't you need pretty much the same guys as long as they're not losing talent to do that?
I mean, he was holding out at the beginning of the season because he wasn't getting a new contract.
Yeah.
But they got to sign him long term to something he'll agree with, or else they won't be able to keep him.
Yeah, or they got to trade him.
Yeah.
So who said this? There's no shot Jason Kelce returns next season.
Jordan Mailata.
That's interesting. I think I agree with him. It's just, who is he to say that? I don't know.
I mean,
Well, when your brother's linemen, your brothers, you kind of
Yeah.
know
Yeah,
stuff.
I understand that.
But I've seen it over the years where players will guess this or guess that about their team, and half the time they're wrong. So
hopefully he's wrong. I want to see Jason Kelce next season.
I have all the respect in the world for Jason Kelce, but I agree with him. I don't think that he'll return next season. I think that he has kids. I think he's getting older. I think he's obviously being a center is very tough on the body. And I think he's made enough money and made enough fame for himself. He's got the new heights. I don't think he needs to be playing football anymore.
I also think the Eagles are starting to decline now too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to stay around for a rebuild.
Yeah, and stay for a minimum.
He's
5
already
more
stayed
seasons.
around for a rebuild.
So we'll see. He has what, 2 Super Bowl wins?
One.
Just one.
Yeah.
If he retires, he retires. Good job. And if not, I mean, I'll be more than happy to watch him another season or two. And then, is that it for NFL?
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want?
There's not much really going on right
No.
now. Waiting for the draft.
Waiting for the draft.
Waiting for the Steelers
Actually,
to trade.
before the draft, we have all the combines.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun to watch too.
There's two things I want to happen. Either the Steelers trade for Justin Fields, or we pick Bo Nix or J.J. McCarthy.
Do you want to know my thoughts on that?
What?
Steelers guys.
We already had a Cordell Stewart with a cannon of an arm and he can run, but he wasn't that accurate. That's Justin Fields, in my opinion.
Really? I mean, we haven't seen him with good receivers.
I got it, and maybe he gets coached up a little better. Maybe that accuracy comes back in, but usually that accuracy is about the same.
Yeah, and especially with a battle line. I mean, but the thing is, if we trade for him, we don't have to spend that first pick on a QB. We can turn that on.
When's the last time a first-round draft pick quarterback went to one team, didn't do so well, then turned it around, and all of a sudden he's a stud? Usually he still shows his colors.
Yeah.
I mean, Baker got a new team.
I never gave up on Baker ever since
He
Cleveland.
has better players around him, but he didn't.
He was good in Cleveland. I mean, that's the
He
thing.
was okay in Cleveland.
He was good in Cleveland.
and
He brought them to the playoffs.
and he's okay for Tampa Bay right now.
He's
but
great for Tampa Bay.
He's not a Hall of Famer or nothing like that.
No, but bringing the Browns to the playoffs is not something that happens every season.
I only liked one thing about Baker Mayfield. It was At Home with Baker. Those commercials.
They gotta do that in
they
Tampa.
were funny.
They have to do that in Tampa.
And I hate the clowns. I mean the Browns.
No, they're clowns.
Sorry, it was like a typo in the brain. Yeah.
No, it's not a typo.
It's fun watching Steelers fans talk to each other. I don't know. It's like certain teams, certain like diehard teams. It's just fun to just listen to you guys talk.
Our brain auto corrects Browns to clowns.
Yeah.
So we have this idea coming about. All right. So what we're going to try to do is make a ton of different shirt designs and release them one by one to the public for you guys to go to shop.HatTrickSports.com and buy them. And this will be down a few weeks. But if you guys have a few slogans or designs that you guys want to work with, or maybe make for us, put it on a T-shirt, we'll give you guys credit. And if we choose it, we might give you guys a little money, if you will, if we end up putting it out. So if you guys want to go on Canva or any photo editing software website and make a few designs that might be on a shirt, just DM us your design, like a picture of your design, and if we end up choosing it, you guys will definitely give you credit, and we'll design it. We'll give you the shirt and maybe a little bit of money.
And do it on our Instagram because you can't send pictures on TikTok.
Yeah, DM us on Instagram or email us at the HatTrick Sports Podcast at gmail.com. And yeah. So if you guys are interested in that, maybe make a little bit money.
Yeah.
Design us some shirts. All right. I'm excited for that idea, though.
Yeah. Let's see what people think of and what we can make.
Yeah, we have a few designs already in the process, but we'll see. And this is going to be probably at least a month down the line, but we'll see. I'm excited.
Hey, we'll see.
All right. So on to NBA.
Crazy.
NBA All-Star Weekend. Wild. The big headline was the three-point contest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that the actual All-Star game wasn't that big.
But the All-Star game's today.
Oh, okay.
It didn't go yet.
Yeah.
So we're filming this on like 11 a.m. on the Sunday Eastern time. So the All-Star game hasn't happened yet. But the big thing was the three-point contest.
Well, the big thing was Steph and Sabrina.
Yeah, sorry, Steph and Sabrina. Sabrina obviously being the best three-point player of all time in WNBA.
Yeah.
And Steph is the best.
Arguably probably the best.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
he's-
even argue that. I think
I think he's the best.
he's the best three-point
He's the
shooter.
most 3 points all time.
Exactly.
What else do you need?
And Sabrina had to run for her money.
I thought if Sabrina shot from WNBA, she would win. And since she shot from NBA, I think that's why she didn't win. I'm not saying I think she's better than Steph. I think Steph's better than her. I think he proved that yesterday. But I don't know. She's good.
CB, what are your thoughts?
And they also brought this up yesterday. They were talking about they used the smaller ball.
She's not used to the bigger balls.
Well,
you got
I
to give
get
her like a
that.
week to practice.
I get that, and I'm not telling her to use
Yeah.
it. I think she should stick with the smaller ball. I think that's fair. That's what they use all the time. If you change the ball, she's not going to be as good.
Yeah. I just respect her for moving back to NBA.
Yeah.
So this is my spiel. All right. So what they've been doing for the Celebrity All-Star Game and three-point contest, they're like lights, LED lights, like under the court that you can make them whatever. You can make the three-point line, the WNBA on one side of the court, and the three-point line for NBA on the other side of the court. Sabrina uses her own balls. Steph uses his own
But
balls.
she didn't want to do that. That's the thing. She didn't want to do it.
You have to admit, she's more comfortable going to the NBA. That's what she's known for. She's known for being the best WNBA three-point
Right, but
shooter.
she knew people couldn't talk if she won at the NBA line, and she almost did.
Hey, tell Steph to go shorter.
Yeah. Steph canned the last 5, the women thing.
that was impressive.
Because it looked like she was going to beat them.
Yeah, I thought so. Sabrina went first. I thought after she got the 26 points, I was like, "Holy cow, is she about to win?" Like,
Yeah. Well, she canned the first 5, and I'm like, holy.
yeah,
She's good.
Yeah.
Don't doubt it.
I think
What'd they say? She has the highest point ever. She scored like 30.
Yeah, she has the highest 3-point contest score ever. NBA, WNBA, anything.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then Steph comes out and makes 29. So Sabrina got 26, Steph got 29. I mean, Steph did really good, obviously, better than Sabrina. But I think this will increase viewership for WNBA, and I think that's what the NBA was trying to
That's
do.
what ESPN's been trying to do for a while.
ESPN's been trying to do that for years. But I think that they had this contest so they could do that. And next year, it sounds like Sabrina's going to have a partner, and Steph's...
Probably Caitlin Clark. That's going to be interesting. Caitlin Clark and Sabrina against Steph and probably Dame.
Yeah.
Dame back-to-back 3-point champion.
Yeah. You talked about that. I'm gonna look up this.
Yeah. Might as well hit on that now.
Yeah.
On who won the actual
Yeah.
3-point?
Dame won. He had 26 in the final round, and Trey and Carl Anthony Towns had 24.
Yeah, you could tell everyone's legs were getting tired.
Yeah.
They didn't score as many at the end.
Yeah, but having a center get second place in a 3-point contest, that's amazing. I like seeing that.
So yeah, Caitlin Clark,
The Iowa.
Yeah.
Iowa, has the most points in women's college basketball history.
Shot from the logo to get it.
Shot from the logo. She says she did that on purpose.
Yeah.
After, obviously, that's what she's kind of known for. She does that probably,
Yeah.
I don't know, a few times every game. But good for her. I mean, it's like, it's the LeBron of women's college basketball. I mean, remember when LeBron did that last year?
LeBron never played college.
Yeah.
He
just
went
went
from high
straight to the
school to
Heat.
he went from high school to NBA.
It's like, I'm not going to say Jordan college, but it's something good in college.
I mean, she's the best.
Well, no, because Jordan wasn't that. I mean, he was a good player, but he wasn't a great player.
Whoa, what?
In college.
Yeah.
Oh, in college. Okay, I thought you meant in NBA.
Yes, he made as a freshman, he made the game-winning shot to win the NCAA. But no, he wasn't coming out all hyped up. He was a good player, but he wasn't what he was in the NBA.
Oh no, Caitlin Clark, because that was a big thing for probably 2 days straight. That's
I know
the
it
only
is.
thing.
It's the Wemby. Oh, it's the Wembanyama of WNBA.
You think so?
And
Yeah.
she's been making noise for like the last 2 years too.
Yeah, this will really. Is there a draft for WNBA?
Yeah.
All right, she'll go first overall.
No, no.
Yeah, guaranteed.
So yeah, she's like Wemby.
Yeah.
Wemby was obviously going to go first overall, and we'll see what Wemby does.
Wemby's going to win Rookie of the Year. I mean, it's not close anymore. It was close with Chet, and now it's not.
Yeah, but
20 points, 10 rebounds. Crazy.
Slam dunk.
Yeah. Doesn't even have to jump.
So the story about Doc Rivers, we've said it a couple times before. Coach to announcing back to coaching. It's still horrible as the Bucks coach. They're 3-7 with Doc Rivers back as their head coach.
We all expected this. We all knew he was going to be bad. Who actually expected him to be good?
He's getting older.
Yeah.
Well, head coaches could be 80. I mean,
They can, but some people are great at coaching at first. He was a great defensive coach.
so you think he should just stick with defense?
No, I think he needs to retire.
I think that's what he was trying to do, and then the Bucks kind of signed him, and he was like, I'm not going to turn down this deal again.
Well, Doc Rivers, I compare him to Dave Roberts of MLB. He's usually really good in the regular season, but in the playoffs, choke. Yeah. And I know you don't like Dave Roberts. So.
I don't like Dave Roberts, and I think this will be his final season if the Dodgers don't win the World Series. Period. He was handed the team. And
No, I think if he doesn't win it this year or next year, because Shohei's not pitching this season. I think that'll be his excuse.
No. Here's something really messed up. Well, not, but the result was correct, but messed up. Isaiah Stewart arrested for punching Drew. I don't even know how to say
Eubanks.
it. Eubanks before a game. So he never.
Is he the next Draymond Green?
And they said it was out in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Some people say he wasn't provoked. Other people says he was. So
I mean, why
depends
are you
on which team you ask.
Bad Boy Pistons 2.0?
My thing is, if he wasn't provoked, what caused him to punch him? He just felt like
I'm sure he was provoked, but you still shouldn't.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's not what you do.
especially in public. Like if he feels on the court or whatever,
That's still not good.
No, that's not
no, it's not good. But you're not getting arrested, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting suspended for a few
Well,
games.
he
but
got like
released.
Yeah.
But
I mean, 11 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. That's not bad stats, especially for a guy on the Pistons.
I'm sure something was said.
Yeah.
to get him
I
riled
guarantee
up.
something was said.
And to a nobody like that, I mean,
Yeah. What else is there? What is this? Oh, for the first time since 2012, who has been benched?
Klay Thompson. I made a typo. Don't worry about it.
He did make a typo. I was like, who is Clay Math Thompson?
Yeah, I put Klay and something auto-corrected or something. Klay Thompson to go on the bench for the first time since 2012 when he's healthy. 17 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists per game. Those aren't bad numbers, but
It's going to happen eventually. You knew that.
they have a good rookie. I forget his name. It's some weird name coming up to take his spot.
You knew it was going to happen eventually. Maybe not. Maybe you didn't know this season, but what are we? 12 years past then?
Yeah, if he didn't get injured that one season a few years ago, I think he would still be so good.
They have teams out there over the years that have done this where even though he is probably your top 5 or even your top 4, and they have him on the bench.
Yeah.
They did that with Bill Walton years ago. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him.
Yeah, I know
when he
Bill
played
Walton.
for the Celtics.
Yeah.
He came off the bench, and he was winning 6th man of the year almost every year.
Yeah.
That wasn't fair.
Well, Clay, I don't think he's ever going to win 6th man of the year. I don't think he's that good.
Well, he might now. Now
Yeah,
playing.
maybe. Playing half the season on 6th man, though.
Yeah.
Is that it for NBA?
Yeah.
All right, so Mike, you wanted to talk about.
Well, you didn't talk about the dunk contest.
Oh, yeah, I did forget to put that in.
I didn't watch the dunk contest.
I did.
Oh, yeah, it's
what-
on there.
Magic won.
Mac
Mac-
McClung. Is he still in the
6
G League?
footer. He's like a 6 footer, and man, that kid can jump.
Oh,
He-
I
he
did
jumped
see
over
it.
Shaq.
Over
Yeah.
Shaq.
He hit his
Popped
head.
the ball
Okay.
up. Popped the ball up, caught it, and then dunked it behind him.
I understand Shaq's what 7'4".
Yeah.
Something like that. 7'1"?
I don't know if he's that tall, is he?
He's like 7'1"-ish.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought
Yeah.
he was like 7'1".
Shaq height. 7'1", yeah.
Yeah, so he's 7'1". If you have a vertical of that plus your own,
And he's 6 foot.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what is that? 13 plus foot vertical?
That's insane. what he
I
jumped.
can't jump. What my vertical's maybe 7 feet, maybe. My vertical's not even as tall as Shaq, and he's jumping over Shaq. This is wild.
I'm curious what that kid did growing up to get him to be able to jump
How many
like
calf raises do you do?
that. Yeah, I don't know what
Just
he did.
walking
but
around
he had to
school.
do something. Like that's not natural. To jump like that.
I did see that, and I'm surprised Shaq agreed to that because if I'm Shaq, I was like, no, there's no way somebody can jump over me.
Did you watch him last year?
No,
He's won back to back.
Yeah, he
Oh,
went
I didn't see. I saw.
Yeah,
I
he's
saw him
won
jump
back
over
to back. That's why he done it.
Oh,
And Shaq had his high school jersey on, and Shaq told him, "Hey, you can try this, but don't miss the dunk."
oh yeah. You can jump over me, but if you miss a dunk, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that was like the only good dunk of the afternoon. But
There-
man, that dunk was so good. Jumping over him,
I thought-
throwing the ball up, catching it again, and dunking
I thought all his dunks were good.
Yeah, but that was by far the best one.
dunk. They need something like that in the MLB. Like have an all-star weekend, which they do. They have the home run derby and the all-star game, but they need to do like a little bit more, like something for pitchers specifically.
Like they do in hockey, where they got different.
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
They
skills
got the
competition.
speed,
Well,
right.
Connor McDavid wins like half of those.
Yeah, why
so-
don't? Yeah, baseball should have something like that.
Yeah.
I know, like we've been
I mean, we have the home run derby, and that's pretty much it.
the home run
Yeah.
derby and the all-star game, which the all-star game they've been doing very good with it. They've been making it interactive with players and fans.
Mic'd up and everything.
And the home run derby is obviously.
We could have the old race game when I used to coach with you guys.
Yeah, I remember that.
They get 5 on the American League, 5 in the National League.
Get the fastest guys.
Yeah, and you have them
Oh,
race.
what was that game called? I forget.
Ketchup.
Ketchup? Was
I
that
don't even know. We called it every team I coached. They called it a different
something
name.
different?
Wait, you talking about like second?
Yeah,
second
at
home.
Yeah,
get
that's
the
ketchup.
fastest
Yeah,
guys.
Let's catch up.
Now you got to do it like 5.
Yeah.
Get 5
Bring
guys.
Billy
and-
Hamilton back. Oh my
Oh my-
god. D. Gordon,
MLB.
O'Neal Cruz. Man, that would be good.
Well, yeah, that's just some ideas, but
Yeah,
MLB
catch up.
isn't going to do that.
And if you miss a bag, your team you lose that
plus-
round.
Drop the ball.
Yeah.
plus 5 seconds or something. Yeah,
Yeah, if you miss a bag, plus 5 seconds.
holy cow.
Well, plus like 3 seconds because 5's a lot.
So
Take notes, MLB.
take notes. Yeah,
Robert Manfred, before you're gone.
we'll let you guys use it. We'll just need a few bands. And then so is that it for NBA? I'm not missing anything.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Micah obviously wants to talk about a new video game coming out. NCAA.
EA Sports.
It's in the game.
NCAA College Football 25. I am buying that the day it comes out, and I will play it all of that day. This is one of the highly rated video games I've seen in my life. This is highly,
You excited?
extremely.
When is it coming out? When's the release date?
They have not had a release date. They just know there's an update coming in like May or April.
So you're gonna sit down as the TV. I don't know how the camera's pointing. That TV right there. Don't use it whenever it comes out because that's
I
gonna be
will
Micah's
be on
reserve
it all
TV.
day. Don't ask to go on the PlayStation. I will be on it all day.
Yes, sir. Gotta listen to Micah. All right. So we are
We're
moving.
building UTEP.
We are moving on to my favorite segment, Hall of Fame, yay or nay.
Do we come up with one?
We did not come up with one, so we are making one up on the spot. This is your chance to pick a player that might be in the Hall of Fame.
What sport?
Any
Any.
sport. It could be a Pittsburgh guy. That's like borderline.
Santonio Holmes.
Oh, I know.
Who?
You guys don't know him.
Who?
LC Greenwood.
LC Greenwood. How do you
C.
spell
Greenwood.
LC is his. He goes like me, CB, LC, and then Greenwood.
All right, so we're gonna look at his stats. I'm not obviously.
He was a defensive line on the Steelers.
Oh, my goodness.
Back in the 70s.
He is in the Hall of Fame.
Okay,
No,
so
he is not.
Oh no, he's not. No,
He is not.
he's a 6-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro, 4-time Super Bowl champion. Played 170 games. Which
So
is
he was with Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah, he was with Joe Green.
defensive
Mean Joe
ends.
Green.
Holy cow! Yeah, this guy looks like. How have I
Steel
not
curtain.
heard of this guy? Obviously, Pittsburgh.
And he was known for wearing the golden cleats, and they called him Hollywood.
I mean, I saw the stats up there, and I already know what I'm picking.
I know,
I never saw him play. So one thing that it did say, he is in the all 1970s Hall of Fame team, but that's not the Hall of Fame. So
Yeah, that's not a.
Yeah.
That's just a decade.
yeah, that he's in the Hall of Fame for
Voted.
a decade. But looking at his stats, I mean,
And that's back when they didn't keep track of sacks and all that back then either. So you can't.
yeah,
really-
there's almost no stats on him. But just
I mean, 4-time Super Bowl champ, 6-time Pro Bowl, 2 All-Pro. I know my answer. Might be a little biased, but I know my answer.
two Steelers fans. All right, so this is where I ask you, Micah, Hall of Fame, yeah or nay?
Yay.
Why?
Look at his stats. The stats that he has.
So it's not the stats; it's the achievements.
It's everything.
It's everything. So I mean, again, 6-time Pro Bowl. At that time is when Pro Bowls, like I count as Pro Bowls.
Was this the steel
And
curtain?
look how many great ends were out there during those years.
Is this the steel curtain days?
No, I'm talking about because then you had the Purple People Eaters.
Oh.
You had the Rams with Merlin Olsen and all
Yeah.
them. That great defensive line. You had the Cowboys, Doomsday defense. I mean, there was a lot of great defenses out there, and he made all those Pro Bowls.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it's a yay for me, and it's not really close.
all right, so you're
Oh, I'm the one that brought it up. So,
so yay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with yay again. I never saw him. Obviously, I never saw him live. I don't know how he played, and they don't really keep track of too many stats at that point. But just from the Pro Bowls, All Pros, Super Bowls, I mean, sounds like a yay for me. So Hall of Fame, yay or nay?
Yay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with yay. It's a unanimous yay for LC Greenwood. So congratulations, you made it into the HatTrick Sports Hall of Fame, yay or nay? All right, is that it, guys?
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out because I'm
okay.
also a hockey fan.
Okay.
Oh.
Go out there to Jaromir Jagr. Pittsburgh just retired his number
There you go.
68.
There you go.
Great player.
Great play, retired number, Hall of Famer.
And he is in the Hall of Fame.
That's not a question. So yeah, if it's not a question, there's no point.
Yeah.
But yeah, congratulations, Jagr. And all right, is that it?
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys for watching the 34th episode of the HatTrick Sports Podcast. Make sure to check out Shop HatTrick Sports for comfortable apparel. You can check us out anywhere you listen to podcasts, and make sure to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And we'll see you guys next week. All right, see you guys.